Hi guys, good evening. Just give me- Hi, Devinder. Hi, Neil. Good evening. Hi, Prakash. Good evening. I hope all you had a good day today. Market gave like really good zone to trade, specifically tickers, which we talked last night. Hi, Nisa. Hi, M466. Hi, Pankaj. Hi, Sham. Hi, Justin. Long day now. I love doing these things. Hi, Shri. Hi, Shrikant. Hi, Deepak. Good evening, guys. So, let's look at our last night's ticker. So today we kind of manage between 45.15 to 45.20, and on NQ in between this range, 500 to 600. Initially, it went to 462 and then found the base and then jumped back. So net it was in this range. Apple, I was kind of wrong. Apple went strong. Airbnb did the target. AMAT failed. AMD was one of the best trades setup, which worked and crossed 111, but could not close above it. So it's a watch. Amazon gave a dip. BA same. Baba same. CNM went on to make 218. Google was a sell, did that. Meta never triggered. Microsoft did 333. Netflix did almost 452. This was like the blue trade I had inside day breakout, positive. Nvidia was in this range, but I would say it was actually there. Roku did the dip, made 84. Shop did that, but in the range. Tesla was wrong. Snow remained in that zone. Zoom, it actually zoomed. So not a bad day. But what is more important is that the market, especially that 4220 area on ES, it's providing some tough time for the bearish sentiment. What's happening here? What's happening? The scale went bazooka. That's weird. So if you look here, that 4520, which is a tough area, again, acted as a tough area. We were not able to close above this area, and eventually we have to give up. So now we have lost the long-term resistance area, and anybody who was saying the head and shoulder is gone, the head and shoulder is still intact. It will complete, or it will like break the neckline once we break 4382, which is like really far as of now, but the head and shoulder pattern is still uh, exists. Now, what has uh, changed? Now, as I mentioned last week on Sunday, that labor market we should see clean up move, low volume moves. So we hit from 4380 all the way to 4547. Now, I did not check the volume today, but let's check that. And then I'll do my scans and everything. So let's add volume. Yeah, I can add volume style. Go to futures, show volume subgraph, apply. Okay. Even today, you see the volume is in the same zone. And that's what I said, that Wednesday, maybe Thursday is a day where we will see some serious volume. Yes, Sham, I mentioned about the cup and handle on oil, and I mentioned we could hit 99. Yesterday it was 85. Let's see where it is. It's moved like it moved to 88 today. Not bad. And look at the volume. The volume is rising with the momentum going up, which is extremely bullish. I don't see oil losing until 99. It's a massive cup and handle breakout. So we'll come to this. But ES is actually holding the range. Tomorrow will be a very volatile day, as per as my thought process is concerned. I expect we should have a big volume day. We have 5 days, very tight volume in a very tight range. It's time to have an action. Hi, Bunny. Hi, Deepak. Hi, SS Lal. All right, so let's start from the scan. So let's see if we have any bearish sentiment trade. No. Let's see if we have any bullish one. None. Let's see if we have any inside day. I'll just try 20. We have 10 of them inside day. We have inside day on UPST and Tesla. So inside day. UPST is also looking interesting to me. Hi, Nilesh bhai. Hi, Ramneet. I enjoyed my US Open, yes. Guys, even after my match, I'm making sure that we can have this session, but the number of people attending is like less than 50. So is it worth? People complain always about not making money, but nobody is ready to put an effort to be there, to be plan, execute with the discipline. Anyways, it's your own prerogative. I can only share what I know, but end of the day, it's your prerogative. You need to decide whether you want to spend time and make money, or you want to just bet and lose money all the time. All right, so I'm going to start ES. So ES, as of now, for me, it's a hardcore resistance 45.20. Unless and until I break above this, I am not trying any long in the market. So now I'm neutral. Now I'm adding very important thing, buy only above 45.20. Okay, if it goes above, then it's right there. It's like if you convert this into a hi Harish, hi Siddesh, hi Preet, hi Kanishi, you will see that it's dodgy and we are following with a evening star setup. It will not be clear from the normal candles, but you see the flat base, flat base, flat base, flat base, flat base turned into a doji, and today the doji turned into the red top. So all in all, it's a negative momentum. So my rules is 40, trade what you see, 60. Now, if you have to buy only by 45.20, the level will still be there. And on the short side, I want 44.95 to break down. 44.95 is an area where we have seen a lot of consolidation happening in the past, right there. 44.95. Now we need to break this. If we break this, then the game is on. Then we will see very quick sell towards 44.60. This will not act as a resistance. We will simply pass it through. So 4495 it's a confirmation to go short. If you lose this, you have 30 points to play with. Do not try to buy the dip because we have tested this once, twice, and this has acted resistance in the past. So if we lose this support, we're gonna quickly go down and it will be really, really quick. But I want sell below 44.95. My stop loss will be 45.05. There will be some points where I don't want to trade, so that's fine. If you want a middle target, like a 12 EMA, 44.83, but that's like 12 points, or then 44.76. 44.76 and 58. That's a 1% move. Once you lose 44.58, I will slide down all the way to 44.25. And one thing you need to remember, when the market is short, it will quickly go down, aggressively go down, and then you will simply watch it go. Remember the level. If it is below, buy puts and hold. I do not trade for pre-market and after-market. Play 9:30 to 4. That should be enough. I do not recommend. I don't even like for ES, the levels I'm using for any chart. It's only the live hours. Evening star and first flat top on HA. It's a sign of negative. We can validate this on my column. ES, you'll see the first -1. Okay, so even today it came to 44.95, bounced, and then we are holding above this area. So all in all, 44.95 is the main area. That's about ES. Let's look at bookmap. And I really don't know, guys, like why you have so much love in the pre-market, post-market trading. Options are not traded in the pre-market and post-market. So if you are a good trader, always look out for the real market. Even after the earnings, I recommend people wait for 490, for 9:30. Look, below 44.80, 44.95 area, boom, we do not have anything. We should find somewhere, no. So if we lose this area tomorrow morning, we should see some firecrackers on the downside. Okay. Also, I think we have some economic data coming in tomorrow morning at tomorrow. We have S&P Global Composite PMI, Services PMI, and Manufacturing PMI, and Non-Manufacturing PMI. So services and ISM non-manufacturing is one and the same thing. So be cautious of this data at 10 a.m. Do not rush. Prakash, I simply said wait for 9:30, see where the levels are. If it broke down, it's broke down. Look for the next target on the downside. So S&P, these numbers are important. So I would recommend do not rush into trade until 10. Let's see if we can break 44.95. If we can, bang on, the game is on. Short and short with some strength. All right, so that's really, really important. Let's go to NQ. NQ is making dodgies at the top, which is never a good sign. Yesterday, I mentioned about that Microsoft will save the day. It did. Also, Tesla, I don't know why it rallied. I really don't know. But it runs for no reason. It drops for no reason. I do not like Tesla. Everybody knows that. Uh, Now it's holding this dodginess. It's making lower lows and lower highs. Look at this. The high was there, and then the next high, the low was there, and then the next low. Now, if this was a fake breakdown, like today is a massive gravestone dodgy, totally confusion. So usually when we go from here to here, either we need to cross 15,000. What's the high today? Come on. High is 15,586. And right here, 15,535. I would say the range will get more and more tight on NQ. NQ is still 50-50 as compared to ES. Uh, the level is still this, like you should buy above 560, which is 61.8 Fibonacci. If it breaks above higher, then good. Otherwise, it's a failure. 500 below 460, 340. Yeah. NQ levels are exactly same. It's dodgy at the tops, and yeah. So NQ, there's nothing to change. Exactly same levels. I am a little biased towards 40-60 on the short side, but let's see. Right now, I'm keeping 50-50. I think Triple Q will also have the same levels then. Yeah, we need to cross 379 to make money. Buy of 379, stop loss 378, stop loss 378, sell below 377. Yep. So same thing on Triple Q as well. No change in the levels. On Apple, let's move on to Apple. Apple today found the support at 187.70 and then rallied. Now, I don't know how much legs Apple have it here. I really want to see. Let me just open. Where is my black box? I want to see what's the flow in Apple. I'm going to spend 1 minute on Apple. There is a new screen. This is better. Now this looks better. $915, 185 calls. Let's look at them. How many of them came today? There are many of them. And they were good. Started at 11:30. I would like to see what's happening with it. The open interest is getting higher and higher and higher. And the price was getting lower and lower. So every time it's getting added, it's getting short. Even today's volume is, today price went up really high. But initially when it started, like when this open interest came right here, 32,000. Right now the open interest is about 72,000, which got accumulated. The price was around $10 to $11. Now the price has come down. You see, it was like $13 when the initial accumulation happened. 12,000 were added 3 in August. Keep on adding. So I think these got closed somewhere in these closed. Yes. Somebody is selling these calls 185. That's what I think. Let's check anything else on Apple. 190 puts. 190 puts were, because IV is very low. 190 put expiry this week. They're getting edited in the last hour. So keep an eye on this. Apple is not showing a clear idea on the price. So for me, I would still like to do a short on Apple. I want to keep no comments here. I want to keep the same trade open for Apple. Yes, the news was due on Apple, and that's why it rallied. But will it sustain? That's the bigger issue. So Airbnb has done the job, so I don't want it Airbnb into my list anymore. AMAT kind of did a fake breakout, like it made the higher high and then closed below yesterday's low or yesterday's close. So for me, this is a fake breakout. I will simply mention fake breakout. And now I am going to try and sell this with some strength. So I'm marking this in blue color. This is my top sell for tomorrow. AMAT. If market goes down, AMAT should give up really, really quickly. AMD. AMD had a massive opportunity to break 111.30. And if it does not, then it will fail again. And it's trying to do inverted head and shoulders. If you see it like this. So practically it should come down here 104 and then go from there. As of now, if I have to try long, I would not try long unless it breaks above 111. So keep an eye on AMD. I will only say buy only above 111.30. And 111 is your stop loss. If it does break out above 111, I think 115 and then 117.80 or 118.60. It will not stop there. So it just need to, like, it's also an inside week. We saw that yesterday. So inside week is still like, it tried to break above this range but could not. So inside week will happen once we break above 111. So it's an important area, 111. Amazon had a news in the after hours. It's a hammer. It tested the 12 EMA where I wanted to add. And now if it loses this 135.80 on this news, that will be really, really bad. I really want to keep like 135.80 as my stop loss. I'm neutral on what I would say 134.60. Buy and dip to 136, 35, 36. If it comes in this area, I'll be a buyer. But if it loses 135, 136, I'll not be rushing into Amazon. but these levels are still open for Amazon. BA is trying to hold, but today it lost and now it's closing. Let's see if we have anything on BA or Amazon. Amazon. These are 2024 calls, 150, 155 strike. $130 and $130. This is a calendar spread. So this gives you an important idea that somebody's want or interested to use the premium here. They are adding 755 calls of September and they're selling 675 price calls for October. They really want to kill the premium. That is really, really interesting. And that's why the multiple legs are very good to evaluate. Same thing, like December calls are being sold and no, 135 call is added and 9 call is sold. So this is a bullish trade. This one is a bullish trade. This one is a bearish trade. Not a clean, I would say, crystal clear path. Yeah. So 135 will be really, really important area for Amazon. Let's go to BA. BA we're talking about 221 level. It got rejected. Now it's trying to lose. It's making a dodgy right here. Let me see if I have anything on BA. The 220 puts are coming on BA. I was thinking that it will make some positive move, but these puts got bought. But again, not a massive. This one is a massive trade for BA. It's getting sold. $272 calls were sold. The open interest went up or will go up tomorrow. The price is coming down. So somebody is not interested in BA. So let's take that into cognizance and let's short it. BA is short. Also, it block at 223 is my stop loss now. Sell below 222. Where it closed? 222. Look for 219 and 216.60. And buy above 224. In case it goes above 224, buy. Then this thing will fail. Baba did not move. Let's see what's happening in Baba in the Chinese market. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm looking at Webull and looking at Baba. Baba should be 92.75 as per today's close. It is 92, so it's around 93-ish area. So I'm only interested in Baba if it goes above 94, 95. So I'm taking out the blue shade from it. I'm just keeping it in green. I only want it above 95. CRM is my short. Possible, Manish, that's possible. Hi, Sai Baba. Hi, Sonu. Yeah, positive news in China. I'll see Baidu and Baiba are good. But it lost at 221. Now it's trading at 218. Now, important thing is it may fill the gap right here. So it's a breakdown of an inside day. There's no gap on the upper side. So if it goes around 221, I'll be a seller. I'll be selling on rise. Serum, sell on rise. If it goes to 219, 220, sell it. Google, today it almost came down to 134 from 136. I think this equation will remain right. It made lower low, lower high, and this is the it could not cross the middle. So for me, it's a evening star. Yes, Google is good. Meta is holding the 12 EMA and 34 EMA by a whisker. I don't know how much more it can hold. Right now, it's a bear flag to me. Now, if it breaks out, like 70% of the time, it breaks down. But if it breaks out, that will be really, really surprising. Or if you want to call this as an ascending wedge, because the top is kind of closed, the bottoms we are going up. So it's a wedge. If we break out, we should see right there. So for me, this statement 299 will still remain true. If it stays above this, it's fine. Otherwise, I'm going to sell this 296, 299.50. Yes, 299.50. Stop loss 301, 296, 291. Buy about 301 now with stop loss of 299. It has tried multiple times to cross 300 and it's getting rejected. So I'll keep an eye on Meta. I'm just marking it neutral because it has shown some sign of strength. Microsoft had a massive bullish candle today. It's trying to break above this area now. 328 is a good stop loss now. I'm not going to rush and buy into Microsoft, but I'm going to update my stop loss. So if it comes to 329, 330, I may take a stab. Otherwise, I'm going to avoid Microsoft. It's a setup in Microsoft, which is really, really good. Inside week, possible breakout above 338, 339. Closed really nicely. So if you want to try, you can try 333, 338, whatever you like, but these levels will be there. 333 it closed. I don't want to buy Microsoft at this price. Either it comes down or it breaks above 336. I'll try. But this will be my least important trade for tomorrow. Netflix is doing really good. It broke out above very important level, going into the gap, hit right there at the regression channel, and then could not cross it. Now, very important area, 446. If it holds 446, that's 38.2. If market shows any sign of strength, Netflix will be the first one to go long. So till the moment 446 is held by Netflix, you should be fine. Buy near 446. Target is 45. Today's high 453.45. Wow, 457.50. This is like good explosive setup. Nvidia for me is like if it comes to 485, 489, short it. No change in the trade. It's an evening star. It's trying an attempt to do a back test. It's an evening star inside week. So if it below 484, go for 474, 78, yeah, 74, and then 56. These are multiple levels on Nvidia. Depending on if market loses the momentum, Nvidia will be the first one to go down. Roku finally broke out today after like from 75 area. I've been recommending Roku. Today had a massive bullish candle. It broke out. Now 82 should be a good stop loss on Roku. If it dips between 82, 83, try long. Netflix and Roku, they will run hand in hand and they will be really, really solid together. Targets is still 85 and 88. And I like, if I have to give you a call, I expect Roku to test 114. That's the 61.8 Fibonacci area. It has given up, but as I mentioned yesterday, every time it gives up, there's up, give up, and then up. It's giving up. We should see up, at least right there. We went up, we should go up. Then Shopify. Shopify is an evening star setup. It's the evening star. The moment we lose 65, Shopify will run down. So short, sell below 65. Evening star on daily, which is negative. Stop loss should be, I would say if we break 65.50, stop loss should be 65.50. And it also needs to fill the gap 63.40, 63.30. Shopify can do this. Snow tried to break out. It's a bullish candle. I'm really keen for Snow to break out, but every time it tries, it's failing. But let's see how the results from Zscaler help Snow. But I really want to buy Snow above 161, I would say 160 and above. Snow buy above 160 now. Stop loss is 159. Stop 162. 163.65. 163.65. Sell below 159. Tesla is an inside day. Like we saw a massive move in Tesla. Now, Tesla, if can hold the middle of this channel, which is 251, or break above 259. So for Tesla, I'm adding one more row. Still an inside day. Inside day down. Inside day up. Now, if it breaks above 259 by above 259, then we could see 261.50, 265. 261.50, 265. If you can see 265 on Tesla, you will see like 291, 265.35, and then 291. There's a massive trade which is setting up for Tesla. So keep an eye on Tesla. Stop loss is 257. Now, if it loses 257 on the short side, it closed below this area. But if we lose 257, like right here, I'll say 255, then short this thing. $250 to 46. Gonna be 250 to 46. That's Tesla. Last one is Zoom. Zoom, I mentioned it's trying, it's a massive bullish candle. 73 if holds, game is on. 73 was my target. 73 is holding. Buy near 73. Stop loss is 73. Look for today's high, which is 75.90. And then 79. So I eliminated one row, delete one row. Let's make from 5. All right, guys, so I'm done. Let me save. I'll be sharing you the link. If you have any ticker you want to check, if you want to show your screen, want to discuss something, come over. I'll wait for a few minutes and then we'll see. If you're not coming, then you will lose opportunity to discuss. I really don't know why people have a problem coming and sharing their thoughts. Neil, come on the Zoom. I'm not taking anything which you are posting on the chat. Come on the Zoom. I'm sharing. I'm paying Zoom for this. If you're not coming, I'm not discussing. UPST is one of the... Yes, UPST was inside day. I have 85 people. At least 10 people should come, should share your screen, should ask questions. That will give yourself confidence and the people who are watching. Nobody is going to do that. You are ready to pay $100, $200 to the groups, but you're not ready to spend 5 minutes discussing your problems. What you want is quick alerts, quick money, but not spending time and learning how to make money. Yes, Justin.
Naval, I noticed on your scanner when you first started the presentation that Upstart was on your intraday.
Yes, Upstart is inside day. Upstart is about to break out for me.
Is that worth adding to the list for tomorrow's watch?
For me, yes. It's getting ready for a morning start.
Right.
It should give you, like, let's look at the flow as well. Uh, 30 puts are being sold, which is for not substantially anything on the... This one is interesting. 40 put is being sold. $12.50. So UPST is a good trade. I just want to manage like 20 lots, so it's fine. But UPST is a good setup.
Thank you.
It should break out and we should see at least 35 to 39. A firm revenge like bazooka from 12 to 22. UPST should follow the same. Yes or no?
Yes, Naval bhai, good evening.
Good evening.
Wanted to get your thoughts on Palo Alto, PANW.
Like it's slowly and steadily moving up. Like 248 will be a area to watch. Today, it's a big candle. But again, let's look at the impact of Z-scaler on these stocks.
Right. And any chance of gap fill you see?
Not as of now. It came here, it back tested, and then bounced. It never looked back. If it crosses 248, I'll not be surprised if it hit all-time highs. 258.
Okay. Okay, thank you, bhai.
No problems. Prakash, Shyam, any questions for you?
Just looking at gold again.
So
I've
gold,
lost.
if it crosses 1869, it should break out massively. In 1969, it's failing again. It needs
Crude
to
went
cross.
up, right?
Huh?
Crude went up, so
Crude will go up because the Saudi Arabia production has cut has extended into the year, and crude is a massive cup and hold.
so this will have a negative impact on gold.
100%. Now gold will only go up if yields will break higher. Yields will break higher because crude is going higher. Crude is going higher, it's going to impact the CPI. So all the good things where everyone was talking about, oh, inflation will come down, inflation will come down. Relative inflation did came down, but this crude is going to puncture everything which Fed did. Just wait and watch. People who have no knowledge of macroeconomics, they keep on bullshitting, oh, we are going to make this high, but they do not take into account the numbers, the facts. So just trade based on the facts, what you see, based on the data, not based on what you're feeling.
On the short term, I had a long thing that I lost severely, so I've taken a little bit of a short position and I've hedged it also. So I sold some calls and I bought some puts. So bought the next dollar value to hedge it. So because I've lost on another trade, etc. I was trying to make up.
Kalpit, come on the Zoom call.
Okay.
So
and one thing, do you think healthcare rotation will happen, J&J and other things? Because if money moves out of technology or if NQ drops.
Money will not move out of technology this time. Money needs to be decimated. Money needs to be destroyed.
Okay.
Otherwise, this inflation will never come down. And that's what the Fed problem is. They want to remove the money from the economy. If it flows from A to B, the money is still there, right? They want to take out this money and reduce $8.5 trillion. No matter what people call election year, this year, that year, if we are going down, we are going down. If we are going up, we are going up. It depends on the data. It depends on the liquidity. Right now, Fed wants to destroy the liquidity.
So yeah, one last thing. Pratap had put that AI earning call is tomorrow and it might start another wave up or down. So
see, earning calls, I don't know. Anything can happen on the earning calls.
But the Z-scaler, sorry, go ahead.
Z-scaler, you talked about, it went to 175, then came to 160, right?
The commentary in the group, somebody had shared that the CEO had said that the conversion is not happening in 90 days. That's a critical observation on a earnings call.
See, if you look at all the guidances, look at Microsoft, the guidance was bad. Amazon, the guidance was all right. They beat with massive one. Nvidia, the guidance was bad. AMD, the guidance was bad.
See, Nvidia was dressed up, right? I mean, they had dressed it up nicely, 12 billion.
No. Again, like that you either you need to start looking into the numbers clearly or like wait for things to happen.
Okay.
They like if I give you a simple arithmetic, they were 7.9 billion last time. They did 13.5 billion this time, which is 80% growth. Okay. From 13.5 to 16. What is the growth percentage? 20%.
20%.
And what people are anticipating, oh, we were imagining 12 to 14 or 11 to 14. That's what the number was. 11 billion to 14 billion. 11 to 14 is 30%. That's why it got hit from 520. It came down to 450. And if they, again, their accounting has a very big issue, which I have shared. And because I come from accounting family, I know in and out, learned in and out of accounting. It's a massive issue in Nvidia. We are here. Let me give you an idea. Nvidia has a company called CoreWeave. Okay. Now, they did a massive beat of $2.5 billion on their earnings. Expectations were 11. They came out 13.5. This 2.5 came from CoreWeave, which is a data center beat.
And Nvidia has taken it.
Yes. If you look at this whole thing, the banks which were giving a loan to this company of 2.5 billion, and the collateral was Nvidia's chips. Okay. So if this was a bank, they gave CoreWeave 2.5 billion, and this 2.5 billion came into the balance sheet of Nvidia against the collateral of Nvidia chips, which this bank had. So now this 2.5 billion added as a asset because it come as a money in to their system.
And you shared that other article, right? The receivables have doubled.
I checked. This is receivable, right?
Mm.
I checked balance sheet myself. You can go to the Nasdaq and download their balance sheet.
The receivables have gone up 80%.
Yes. And the cost of raw material is still same. The cost of other factors are still same. This was the only difference.
And they're accounting for their revenue from services, data center.
And one important thing, if you look at Nvidia's Form K, they sold stocks at 500.
Board member and the CFO, yes. But they're saying it's a small number, but yeah.
No. Somebody big sold at 500.
A board member.
No, that was only $23 million. Someone big, maybe the bank.
Okay.
That's why it's not able to hold this price again. So keep an eye on Nvidia. It may be, it has like, there's always something happening in companies where the valuations are so crazy. So I will not be surprised because look at Baba, right? Baba has a quarterly revenue of 132 billion. It's a growth, it's a cloud, it's an AI. What's his market capital? 300 billion. Against 13 billion quarter. Market valuation 1.3 trillion. Does not add any sense anywhere.
They'll say China discounting factor, but how much will you discount for China?
Something like there's a smoke when there's something wrong. Something is wrong here. It will come out. And
Well,
I don't know when.
Baba has the China factor, right? That's a big thing which
That's cleared. That's why it's not falling anymore. Problem with even in like imagine, even with China's economy coming to ashes, is still generating a revenue of 132 billion. More than Apple, more than Google, more than Meta, more than Microsoft. Only Walmart, ExxonMobil, Amazon, they generate revenue more than this company. Walmart is a no growth story, so it's right always at $450 billion. It never goes up, never goes down in the range. Amazon is at 1.54 trillion, Microsoft 2.7 trillion, Apple is about 2.7 trillion. How more you will discount? That's why I always make money on Baba, because the moment there is something positive in China, this stock should be $2.5 trillion very easily. They were into AI, they had the cloud, they are into the retail, they are making money. Same thing with Baidu. Again, unless something comes out, I'm going to short Nvidia at this price. I'm not going to like buy calls on Nvidia. Intraday maybe, but net I'm short on Nvidia.
I think now around 57,000 shares has been sold on 28th of August.
What's the number? 57,000.
57,000. Yeah. Directors sold around 52,175 worth of 25 million, and the CFO sold around 4,980. Both on same.
That's about 23 million number, right? That's a separate number. But on the day of, I don't know if it was 825, right?
Yeah, 828, 828, 28.
828. If I go back into 5 days.
That was big, like 57,000.
No, it will not show me after hours of 858.
Okay. 828. Yeah, it came down. So like,
let me see. 30 minutes. I think in the last 10 days it does show, but after that it does not. So
I think you need on the time frame, you need to select
right there. Let's add the volume. Manu, 1 second, brother, 1 second. This was the price. Look at the price right here. Some massive, it is 18 million volume. That's a massive sell from 505 to 490.
Yeah, they sold at 480.91 at 52,000 shares.
Yes. Somebody also like had 500. I was looking at the form K, not the insider selling thing. Somebody, I don't recollect properly, but somebody massively sold.
BlackRock, I think, one of the investment banks.
And I think they were the companies who gave loan to CoreWeave.
And they also had holdings in Nvidia, and I think
Yes,
they offloaded after that.
they used the Nvidia's holding as collateral and gave loans. It's like if I am buying a house from you, I am using your property to give me a loan to buy something from me itself. कुछ तो झोला इसमें यार, it's not straightforward. There's something really fishy here. I'm just breaking it down. It doesn't do anything more. Only shows in 30 minutes. This massive sell, you see, never it has seen a volume like this. 18 million or 9, this was like 18 million first half an hour. That's some serious volume. If you go back anywhere in the charts, you will not see 18 million volume upfront. Even if it was going up, you will not see. So this was a big, big dump. Somebody booked the money. Somebody knew this was going to happen and they booked the money. And remember, I posted on the earnings that the 500 calls were sold. And I put the open interest and everything. And I think I gave a butterfly 475, 525, and 550.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on this. Again, anything, don't discount accounting, just for a simple reason.
Looks like in this last 8 months of this year, like in Nvidia, the insider trading is around 916,000 shares has been sold.
Yes, not even a single buy. Everything is sold.
Yeah, 900, almost close to 1 million shares.
All right. So yes, Manu, go ahead. Kalpit, next you can speak, man.
Hey, Naval any clue what is happening with the airlines and travel stocks in general? Airlines have been dumping since like July 3rd week onwards, and
Ignore airlines.
non-stop
Don't
being-
trade airlines. We'll come to airlines when their momentum is set.
Right, perfect. And the other ones which are constantly on a dump are all these major big pharmas like Pfizer and Moderna. I mean, they're pre-COVID levels right now. Pfizer was like 42, 45 pre-COVID 2019,
They
2018.
will. They need again a very big revenue generation, and they are not finding anything. Either we need to have a big COVID thing, which I wish never happened. But unless and until that thing happens, these stocks will not move.
That's true. Yeah, seems like it's just stuck money. If we are getting into those positions, they're not growth stocks, and until a big thing hits, it will just be there. Yep, and another one just was on the charts. I think it's a sell the news kind of thing, but the Walgreens got a huge dump in last week or so because the CEO left or something. It's a 9% dividend stock with the constant revenue generation and profit generation, but still it took a big hit because of some CEO disputes and some stuff.
I have never traded Walgreens. I don't even know the code for it. I don't trade these kind of stocks. I focus on limited stocks and I see what's happening in them.
Yeah, that makes sense. But travel, yes, I'll come back to you maybe after Thanksgiving sometime. That will be the right time for all these airlines to
travel.
come back.
Wait for a couple of more weeks.
Yeah,
we'll buy with good quantity. Don't worry.
Yeah, and maybe Disney is another one which is like getting impacted.
Ignore the Disney thing. I've been telling people people were saying, oh, 90 aa gaya, ab buy kar dein, 88 aa gaya,
right, this is 81 now. Yeah, it's kind of 5 years.
You'll be surprised to see 75. You'll be surprised to see 65.
Yeah,
unless it changes its trajectory, don't buy this.
Yeah, that's right. It is on a downfall. And same is with Etsy. Somehow, it was going on such a nice growth track with Shopify and Amazon and everything. And suddenly something happened and then Etsy is on a downfall.
It depends on the consumer sentiment.
Less of the spending on the e-commerce marketplaces. Yeah.
Right now, e-commerce is there, but like people go to Etsy for specific things. Like if you want a specific shirt,
absolutely,
engraved. Otherwise, you're not going on Etsy.
That's true.
So for that, you need some extra money.
Yep. Yes, sir. Thank you, Naval. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, Karthik, go ahead. Kalpit, sorry.
Yeah, Navaldeep, appreciate your time. First of all, I just joined your channel today. So I'm still getting familiarized with some of the technical terms and the resources you have been using. I downloaded the terminal. I'm still getting familiarized with some other things, like the other resources that you have been showing, and the way you explaining the chart is helping. So I wanted to. So first of all, like on the options. I have a Merrill Lynch account, so I raised a request. Is there a prerequisite that you need to qualify, or you can do it with any other brokerage account as well? And that was one question I had, and then I wanted to check on one of the ticker as well, Eli Lilly.
LA Lilly is like for the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, it's in the range. Let the range break. Let it break below 550. Or I would say let 550 is a confirmation. Let it break below 550. If it does, it's going to go down. There's so much of consolidation happening at this price. If it loses here, it's going to go down really badly. And regarding the brokerage, I use Thinkorswim, I use Interactive Broker. It's entirely up to your choice wherever you want to go. You just need, I think, $2,000 in your account to have an option.
Okay, so start trading into options is not like you need to have a good portfolio and then trade.
By the talks of what you're saying, I would say first spend some time understanding options before jumping into options, because you are totally naive into options. So spend at least a month and do some paper trades, understand what options do and how they impact your account. Do not jump just because they look lucrative. Don't do that. You will end up losing so much of money. Take your time. Understand what options are. What are the risks associated with options?
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely be going through your videos and attending the sessions, so that will help.
Yeah, I'll help on the technical side, but option, like the basics, you need to understand. That can only be understood if you spend time on understanding the impact, understanding the risk, because they can multiply your account in a day and they can decimate your account in a half an hour. So you need to be very, very careful in understanding the risks, understanding the profits, understanding your greed, understanding your fear. You will require at least 1 to 2 months of paper trading. Do not jump into options. I'm clearly telling you, if you come back and tell me that you lost it, then you are responsible.
Right. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Raj, go ahead.
Hey, Naval bhai, thank you for all your sessions. I've been following you for a few months now, and very appreciate all the things you do. Just a quick note on that Nvidia discussion. I know somebody who is in a good position in one of the data centers, and he's talking about, like, Blackstone owns a lot of the data centers, and all these hyperscalers, be it Google, Amazon, or AWS or Azure, they are building data centers left and right. They don't have, they're just grabbing everything. And so there is a big cycle coming in right now because of AI. So the things you were talking about, there is some, something fishy with the accounting. Could be, you're right, but there could be something as well where Blackstone has data centers and they are just doing something with those data centers and getting some chips from Nvidia.
Brother, I'm also working on a data center project, $20 million worth.
Okay.
So I know what's happening. I know that data center, but that's not going to happen immediately. It's going to take time. This translation of Nvidia chips into sales, it's going to take time. Right now, all the companies who are fancy dory, they just jumped into the guns without understanding how and from where they're going to save the money. And that's what the challenge we are facing as well at our end. Okay. And we are the people who have capacity of reimbursing more than $9 billion a year. I work for the government.
Okay. So what do you think about this ARM IPO, which is coming up, which is, I think Nvidia wanted to buy ARM at some point. They could not because of some regulations. and now it's coming up as an IPO. Do you think it's a good thing to invest in that, or
The
stay
IPO
away?
came a few days back. VFS IPO came. It went from 20 to 85 and then boom, finished. That will happen again with arms. The moment you will have short selling open on a stock, the stocks will go down, or the options, right? For the first 3 days, there is no option on these IPOs, and you can only buy, you cannot sell, and that's the whole problem. So it's worth the risk, yes, but I do not indulge myself into all these things.
Okay.
I focus on to few things. See, one thing we all need to understand, our goal is to make money. Our goal is not to make money from everywhere, right? If you can make money by driving a cycle, why you want to drive a jet plane? Because you don't know nothing about jet plane. You know everything about a bicycle. Use that and make money. If you know that AMD, Nvidia, or Netflix, they move $10 a day, all you need to do is go into one direction, make money, and sit down.
Very true, bhai.
If you keep on jumping from Nvidia to ABCD, DEF, or Flanademka, all of that, you'll end up losing money.
Yep. That's what I like about you, Naval. You give very practical guidance. That's I think you don't know how many lives you are changing by this practical gyan, because otherwise we get distracted with, okay, there is this thing which is flying, this has momentum, that has momentum, but sticking to your 20 stocks and just creating a watch list on that and following your sessions, I think it's giving us a lot of guidance and insights, and so appreciate it.
Thank you for that. But end of the day, one thing everybody should understand, whether you're doing a long-term investment, whether you're doing a swing trade, whether you're doing a day trade, whether you're doing like house, retail, whatever, what's your goal? Your goal is to make money. Your goal is not to hold anything for eternity, right? And if you can make that goal quickly by getting $200, $300, $400, $500 a day, why don't you take that? Why you think that, oh, I'll buy this, it will become 10-fold, 50-fold, 100-fold? By when you can make 200 or like, I'll say $250 a day, okay? Just as simple math. Making $250 a day is not complicated. If you have an account of 5,000, making 250 is not an issue at all in a cash account. Once you make 250, for 5 days, it's 1,250. For 1 month, it's 5,000. Now, problem is, you will not book 250. You want it to go to 1,000. But if it goes other way, you will not cut down on your losses. You will extend the losses to 2,000. And that is happening with investments. That will happen with swing trades. Define your goal and sit down. Take it and sit down. I used to do like 100 lots, 200 lots, 500 lots. Now, once I'm done, I'm done. I'm not doing anything over trading and giving back the money. Next day, go into your account, cash out that money so that you do not lose that money. These are very simple things, but people get enticed by looking at Twitter. Oh, he made 500%. He made 10,000 into 1 million. Just one simple suggestion. If anybody could make 10,000 to 1 million, why would he ask money from you to make like subscribers or something? If I can do that once or twice in a year, I'll go and enjoy my life. Why would I be worried about having subscribers? Why all these people keep on asking, oh, come and join Discord or this at $99, $100. If your thing works, why don't you use your own money and make money? That's the whole thing I never understood.
Yeah, that's very true.
So I share what I do. I don't make anything fancy. If you like my words, fine. If you don't like words, you're fine. मेरा कुछ नहीं जा रहा, आपका जो जा रहा है आपका जा रहा है. If I'm making money, I'm making money. You are losing money, you are losing money.
Yeah, the only thing which Naval, and maybe this may help somebody just like it helped me. When I use some of the suggestions or some of the trades when you do, which is mostly weekly trades, right, or daily trades, I always go 2 weeks further, just because I am very skeptical about quick returns, and I can't do that. So I just give myself time, and it has worked, a lot of times very well.
Okay, let me give you one more thing for this. If you're buying 10 lots of EMD for 2 weeks out, that will cost you 4,000.
Yeah,
Okay. If you buy this week, that may cost you 1,200.
that's true.
Amount of return I'm going to get. If I lose, I will lose 1,200. Okay. If I make, I will make much more money than your 4,000. And that's the whole game. That when you lose, you should lose a defined amount. When you make money, you should make at least 2x, 3x of what you lose. So again, I'm not criticizing the way you're doing. That's one way of doing it. But you need to make sure that whatever you're doing, you are making at least 2x of your losses.
Yeah, no, I follow the same thing. So I do sell off mostly in the same day or the next day. I don't keep it. It's just, that's just for me, my peace of mind, or my buffer in my mind, that, okay, I have time. If it doesn't work immediately and I'm not able to get out for whatever reason, I'm in a meeting or something, it just gives me that buffer. That's the only thing, but it has worked well so far.
If you're making money, if you're able to address your problems, perfect.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Okay, anyone else? It's already late. One last question. Anyone, go ahead.
If I don't have any questions, I just wanted to ask Navaldeep bhai, if is there a way to connect with you to just get oriented towards how should I proceed with things, since I am a beginner. So it would be good to get some few minutes of
simple,
your.
like I'll again, don't depend on me. Go to ChatGPT, ask that thing, what should I start from options? He will give you a list, follow that list.
No, not just on the options. I mean, I take your advice on that to study first and
That's what
then
I'm saying. For
understand.
studying options, he will give you all the ideas how to study. Otherwise, go here. It's a completely education tool available here. Okay, go here and start. You can go here and type whatever. It will give you the like options. Everything you will get to know about options. This is what you need to know.
Mhm.
Everything is available. Just need to start looking into options. How to technical analysis of options, the details, everything will be there.
Okay.
It's a good education and learning center. Excellent one. And if you want to understand technical analysis, you go there and you can find whatever you are interested in, like candle patterns. I'm just choosing one thing. It will give you everything with definition and with colors, whatever you want to call this. What a monkey, like everything single step by step explained in details.
This is through Ameritrade, right?
Yes. You can open a free account without any cost, open a paper account. You will have access to everything. It's totally free.
Okay. Sounds
But
good.
study before implementing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Raghu, you want to say something?
Well, I'm just sharing my screen.
You want to share your screen? 1 second. Let me stop sharing my screen. And then you can share your screen. Go ahead. Yadvinder, you can, like, if you cannot find Telegram link on my Twitter, come on, man. Don't do this to me. You go Twitter, find Telegram, you will find the link. Yes.
Yeah. Now, on this book map, today we were showing like ES will go to maybe if it go, there may be some buy orders at 4480 area. So
Yes.
like now I'm zooming in, like it shows for 4481 area we have a huge order. Like how to like interpret, like for example, now if you see we have 4490 also we have orders over here. So like I'm just trying to understand like
In
how to,
between, you do not need to worry about. The only
okay.
thing you need to worry about is the extremes.
Okay, the number, last number, like 202 or to the aftermarket, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And like in this market, you will not find anything because
Yeah, now we don't have that much data now. Yeah.
why
And-
you lost your mind, Yadvinder?
Sorry.
There's somebody in the chat asking, I lost my mind.
Okay. And then on the higher side, we'll see like 4510.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, use this as when you're making your chart, use this as a reference in your mind.
Okay.
There's another data point which is giving you an idea.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, let me show this.
Shall I stop share?
Yep, so you can stop sharing. You need to stop sharing, Raghu.
Sorry. I brought this new computer. It's I'm figuring out. Sorry. Okay.
Guys, let me show you where I have my Twitter. This is my Twitter. Go to my profile. It's okay, Yadvinder, if you lost, we'll cover it up. These are all my. This is very clearly mentioned. Just scroll. These are the links. Now, people are idiots. They only join one. They will not join two because I don't know what's in their mind. Click both of them, join both of them. This is a channel where I post my information. This is the group chat where we discuss everything. Join both of them. I'll highlight, add to my highlights. You can search into my highlights. I hope you can get it now. All right, guys. Anyone else? Otherwise, I'm done.
Thanks, Naval. Bye.
Thank you, Naval.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Bye-bye.